about a week ago, Kobe Bryant, what was it, 9 other victims? It was 9.
8 others.
8 people, 9 in total. They crashed and they died in a helicopter crash.
Yeah. Yeah, with his daughter, Gigi, and actually the coach of her basketball team. So that's just crazy in itself, man. Like I'll say for the rest of the day, I was speechless on the topic.
Yeah.
I couldn't really digest the information that was coming out, nor did I want to. I wanted to refuse it being truth, you know.
It was so sad. It was sad.
I ain't even want to scroll no timeline for 2 days after that. The day that we all got the breaking devastating news, and the day after that, I wasn't even trying to scroll the timelines for real. And I don't take death lightly at all. All life is precious, but the fact that it was Kobe and it was so untimely and it was just real devastating. I think the whole world felt that.
Yeah, definitely, shit, just waking up's a blessing, you know what I mean? For that life shit.
He had his little baby with him, you know what I mean?
Which I think is probably the worst part about it.
He had his little baby with him. And I don't know. You saw his impact, you know what I mean?
Globally.
The world cried, you know what I mean? The whole world.
Globally. And I think that's a true testament of how, of his greatness for real. Because when celebrities die, you got the fans that mourn you. And y'all know how the internet is. Everybody be so quick to jump out the window oh, this person and that person. But I really feel like in the world, globally, we want a dry eye that didn't mourn over Kobe.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Whether you're a basketball fan or not.
Not, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's you saw the effect of that man and what he represents. He was people's hero, bro. He was real life people's hero.
And he from Philly.
Yeah.
Philly.
He from Philly.
Yeah, shout out to Philly, man.
Entered the league as a 17-year-old,
Kid,
bro.
Yep.
Straight out of
high school.
He was drafted at the age of 17.
Out of high school.
So to have the limelight that long and make the impact you do, man, just the Mamba mentality, man, that. I feel like everybody can take that from him, you know what I mean? Just being the best at what it is you do.
Definitely one of the greatest athletes of all time. Ain't even gonna pigeonhole his greatness not even a little bit as one of the greatest basketball players in the NBA, one of the greatest athletes of all time. Hands down, definitely.
Definitely.
And definitely want to take a second to send our condolences to the Bryant family and everybody who, not just their family, but everybody who was affected and lost anybody in that devastating plane crash. It was a very, very drastic and dramatic event, and our heart goes out to everybody who was affected by it, near and far, for real, straight like that.
Yeah, the world cried. The world cried for that whole situation, man, that's for sure.
And every time I throw something away, I be like, Kobe.
Yeah, my whole life, or your whole life growing up, man.
Everything is Kobe now.
Yeah, everything.
If you on the court, if you balling, everything is Kobe. When you in football, when you catch on somebody, everything is Kobe.
Yeah.
At this point on, everything is Kobe. It don't matter who you is, where you come from. Everything is Kobe. If you get a steal, Kobe.
Everybody talks about the LeBron James, full court sprints to block a shot, man. But I swear he took that up from Kobe, man. If you watch, I grew up watching Kobe. That was a common thing to see a ball get turned over and Kobe be the only one to sprint down the court, and make a defensive play, man. That's just, he was all around. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, Croc, just growing up, man, I think it's a huge blessing that we had a Kobe in our time.
Yeah,
because when everybody talk about the greats, the just athletes in general, especially basketball players, they talk about the Birds, the Magics, the Jordans, those, that's before our time. Yeah. Even though Jordan was in the 90s, we was cheering.
Yeah, we got Kobe and we got to see LeBron.
I think that's a true blessing for our generation.
Yeah.
Just be able to bask and partake in his greatness, really witness it ourselves. We grew up on Kobe, for real.
Yeah. He's the best basketball
player. In 1996, I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Probably you was 2 months.
Yeah, bro. I want nothing but.
So yeah, we definitely grew up on Kobe and his greatness, man. My mama is actually a real Lakers fan.
I always hated the Lakers, but I damn sure respected Kobe, man.
Yeah,
you couldn't hate Kobe, man. You couldn't hate Kobe, man. He's just fucking Kobe. You know what I mean?
Kobe.
I ain't even gonna get into the stats. Do we want to get into the stats?
Well, he was.
What really made him great?
All right.
Not no opinionated type.
I got it.
Stats.
I got you right here. All right. So, career average, 25 points a game. That's a career average. That's solid. So that's incorporating all of his bad games when he was out of his prime. All of that came out to be 25 points per game lifetime. He had an MVP season in 2007. They didn't win the championship that year, and he won 5 rings, 3 in a row though. 3 in a row. So, and then he came back in 2009 and 2010 for 2 more. So,
went out with a 60-point game as a retirement.
Boom.
That was crazy.
Did everything. He had the ideal career. He came in when he wanted, how he wanted. He stayed focused, even when he injured his.
Stayed a Laker his whole career.
Yes, loyalty is vital.
And he didn't.
Even though he was traded from the Hornets to the Lakers.
Bro,
we ain't counting that. We just counting that.
Jerry West did come out and state the other day on something I saw on the internet that he, in 2004, he convinced Kobe not to sign with the Clippers. Can you imagine how different everyone's lives would be?
I think we can say basketball culture itself would have been different.
Just different, man. Like, and that, like Kobe had to stay a Laker. Like, you know what I mean? I guess that's what Jerry West kind of explained to him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think anybody did. I think that news just came out.
Croc called Jerry West and got that. Nobody know that but Croc right now. Croc called Jerry like, look,
I need something. I need something for the show. Yeah, but 33,643 points career.
That's crazy. I know he was a scoring champ twice. He had 2 scoring titles. I know that for sure.
And then he got the Oscar after basketball, like instantly achieving
greatness. My man's got an Oscar.
Right after he retired, he was just straight into greatness after basketball. You know what I mean? So
part-time rapper.
Part-time. Remember that love song Kobe had?
Kobe was in the video with a suit on.
And a minute fro.
Kobe had a suit on, Froby. With the 3-piece suit on. The 3X jank. Kobe in the video like this.
Lord.
When everything was baggy, man.
Early
Philly.
2000s, man.
And then, you know, I don't know if y'all want to get into it too much, but I mean, just as an entrepreneur, like, that's what really intrigues me about Kobe. Aside from all the basketball accolades, like I feel like he was literally he cut short of being the next Jordan financially, like post career. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan's got the bag. Like he got his bag. If he throws it at you, you're gonna be knocked the fuck out. Like,
I think Michael Jordan is like that businessman player that all players aspire to be.
Yeah,
like
he was
on and off the court. It's like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. That's who you want to be on the business.
Magic's a businessman.
That's who you want to be on the business tip if you're an athlete.
Like he turned $6 million, the Body Armor sports drink. He invested $6 into that, and I think 2018 he already had $200 million back from the $6. You know what I mean? That's a power
endorsing your sports drink, bro.
A production company, which it was more so based on like sports documentaries, like inspiring stories. That's what he was working on with like making films.
Yeah, man.
There's not like movies, but you know, just like inspiring sports documentaries.
Kobe gonna want to make you get shit done, man.
Yeah.
How you ass inspired by that.
Everything he did pretty much was inspiring.
Yeah,
you know
and that's
like,
I'm glad you said that, Croc, because that's one of the main things that I believe is like a big part of your legacy is what you leave behind. Even the younger players that came up through the league, he mentored and even trained and worked out with a lot of young players.
Post career, he said it. He was like, I'm a bigger brother to these guys in the league still. You know what I mean? People James Harden calls him for business advice and such.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I think that's a huge part of your legacy, man. To be instrumental to a lot of guys who coming up underneath you. You're like. To take people under your tutelage, Kobe ain't got to do that. He got plenty of money. His legacy is cemented in the world. He can just fall back from the game like we see a lot of athletes do. Yeah. They lead a game and then we don't hear from them until they show up to the All-Star game.
Marshawn Lynch, take care of your chicken, man.
Right.
Like that's what he was doing with people.
He loved what he did. You know what I mean?
The relationship that he had with LeBron.
Yeah.
All that, and we all gonna forever be affected by it, man. Like I said earlier. I ain't trying to take nothing away from nobody else's death ever, because death is death.
Yeah.
But this is definitely, I think, one of the most devastating celebrity deaths that we ever had to deal with. Because, like, literally, everybody was blindsided by it.
Yeah, I think he had
nobody in their right mind was going to wake up that day and be like, yeah, we're going to lose Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, no,
with some celebrities, you got the different lifestyles that might, they might be sick. Interest. You might be drugs. People might be on some straight type junk and they outside lives.
One scandal, but I don't even care to give life to that because that's all hearsay. You know what I mean? But
forget about that.
But as like complete family man too, like if you listen to him and explain why he transported by helicopter, he was like I want to pick my daughter up from school. You know what I mean? Like so. Just a
he loved his kids.
All around person.
That's the saddest part about that shit to me, man. Like it's sad that people lost a hero. You know what I mean? But he had to go out with his little girl like that.
The humility that he always showed, man. Like
he was a kind man. You know what I mean? I ain't met the man personally. I don't know him. You know what I mean? But I know him.
And speaking of that, I can only imagine how LA, like their community, like is taking this. Like if you on different coasts, different cities, states all around the world, that's different. But who he is to that whole state of California, namely the LA area, I can only imagine how they affected by that. Like they probably feel like they lost a family member for real.
Yeah, he was definitely a LA superhero. Somebody said, and even after the crash, you expected Kobe to still be alive from the shit. You know what I mean? Almost like in a sense, like you just had that much hope.
It's almost unfathomable. Like when you really think about it, we don't have Kobe Bryant no more.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, and they ain't trying to get too heavy with it or nothing like that, but that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Rest in peace once again to Kobe Bryant, man. Rest in peace to his daughter. Rest in peace to everybody once again who was on that helicopter. Everybody who passed away and was drastically and untimely taken away from the world. Man, our heart goes out to everybody.
Too soon. Folks shouldn't have to bury their kids.
And it happened at the same day of the Grammys.
Yeah, it was.
The day of the Grammys.
It was
I don't know.
It was.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's very coincidental.
The Grammys was the same day, so they did the tribute. They had to pull the tribute together.
I haven't watched the Grammys in years.
Neither did I, man. Ever since Jay-Z said fuck the Grammys, I was like, all right.
I ain't watched the Grammys in years. And it's kind of the internet plays a part of it because you ain't gotta watch it to know what everything that happened.
Get on social media, find out who took what. You know what I mean?
Get on Instagram, get on goddamn Facebook, whatever.
They're gonna tell you.
That's a whole different topic in itself. But like Facebook and Instagram, whatever socials you're using are now what's influencing you more so than the media.
Yeah, that's my news.
Because millennials don't got cable, man. That's just too expensive, bro. I got Wi-Fi.
That's it. Yeah, but I do got the internet. I do got Wi-Fi.
I got Wi-Fi, man. I ain't paying for cable.
Twitter tells me everything I need to know.
It was some surprising winners from the Grammys, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely some surprising.
Billie Eilish won everything. She won every goddamn thing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I turned on her first song just because the sole fact of how many Grammys, and I started moving. I was vibing.
I'm gonna be completely honest. And y'all know we talked about this off camera. I had no idea who she was until I was recently informed. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? I didn't tell y'all that. I was at H&M. I was at H&M. It was a bucket hat in there that said Billie Eilish on it. It was sweet, and I was finna get it. It was in the women's section, whatever. I thought it might have been misplaced or something. Hear me, like it might have been on some, I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, who is this? And this was last week. And I'm seeing her name on T-shirts. I'm like, and I didn't even know it was a girl, mind you. Yeah. So I can't even say her name. Like, who is this person? And then the Grammys happened. Her name is with bigger than everything. Then CLA was telling me about all her accomplishments. That she did this and this and this amount of time. So I just found out who she was.
Show the headline Coachella.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to the wave she was making, but it's definitely, I could say you can hear sonically the music's crazy, but it's too.
What she won? What she win?
All right, record of the year for Bad Guy.
Of the year.
And then album of the year. She got
best new artist. Ain't she get that too?
Yeah, best new artist. She got song of the year too, which I guess is her sole credit, and then you get record of the year, which is everyone involved. They get the credit too. The producers, the masters, engineers,
all that shit. The nigga who do the tambourine, he get a Grammy. Everybody.
She got best new artist. Yeah, we said that, man. Yeah, Lizzo took home a lot of trophies.
I like Lizzo. I like Lizzo.
Lizzo is just herself.
I didn't even know she was a real singer. I thought she was just like an Instagram personality, like one of the.
Yeah, nah, she can sing.
I saw her at the LA
she a real singer. Like she got music. Like she got records. Yeah. I like that one song that she got.
Is it Jerome?
I forget how it go. How did it go? The one she said, I just put a ring on my finger.
I'm 100%.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's
I've only
the jam.
heard
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Go women, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the beautiful, strong
She's
confident
boo women, boo. I feel like she's so herself though. It's a good thing for the world for her to be popping, man, because she's just so.
She did her acting thing too. She was in that Hustlers movie with J-Lo and. Yeah, she was in that joint. She had some cameo parts.
She got the best solo performance, best pop solo performance.
Shout out to Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
bringing home his Grammy.
Yo, y'all know how I feel about Anderson .Paak.
Well deserved.
Y'all know how I feel about
And he took home the best performance with Andre 3000, which we know how you feel about him too. But I'm glad they got that.
3K so overrated.
Listen.
We ain't got enough time.
We're gonna talk about all that later. But Ventura got best
That nigga
R&B
so
album.
overrated, man.
Hey, shut.
I ain't go my bad. I ain't even with it.
Oh.
Old Town Road took on the best pop duo / group performance.
I like that song a lot too.
The whole world liked that song for
I like that song
4 months, man.
I thought that song was gonna share a little bit more love with Billie Eilish. Like I feel like that could have got record of the year in my mind.
I thought it was going to.
In my mind, when you say what's the record of the year, Old Town Road. Like
what else was nominated? That wasn't even. Was it nominated?
The fact that
Suge was nominated.
The fact that everybody know Old Town Road, and I guarantee you walk up to any average person, just a casual person, can you sing me a lyric to the Billie Eilish song? They gonna scratch their head and be like, nah.
Oh no, man. Cause you gotta realize a big portion of this.
Don't nobody know that song.
A lot of these young kids do, man. That's why it's on the radio 150 times a day.
What I'm saying, comparatively, everybody know Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
everybody know that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Everybody know that.
They knew that. They know that shit in other languages. Best rap performance, Anderson .Paak. Oh, not Anderson .Paak.
No, Anderson .Paak can win everything.
Yeah, fuck it.
Nah.
My man Roddy Ricch took it.
Roddy Ricch
took it. Nipsey Hussle. Great song. Real motivational song. I listen to it all the time.
I like the song.
I don't got no V12. I don't got no racks in the middle, but I be manifesting.
But when did they put out the Grammy nomination categories?
Who was nominated for the best rap song?
I got you.
Who's nominated for that, James?
As best rap performance.
Best rap performance. Okay,
so you had Middle Child with J. Cole, which I think
it was a great song.
Kind of.
Ain't mad at that.
I think that could have took the cake, but Suge the Baby.
That's a great performance song. Like he performed the fuck out of that song.
And then Down Bad, which is Dreamville, J. Cole.
I like the song.
Dreamville is whack.
Nah,
man. Dreamville is whack.
Dreamville's not whack, man.
Dreamville is a collective of weirdos.
He hate on other white
that people like because they on some other type junk, some different type junk.
They don't like Boz ain't a good rapper.
I like Lute. Lute ain't popping though. I like J. Cole obviously. I like touches of shit, but I don't like to get lost in I'm not hating on the multi-flow, but sometimes I feel like he just gets too into the multi-flow.
He's one of them fast
What's the point of being a rapper if can't nobody recite or remember or recount nothing that you say?
But there's people that's why he's selling on these shows. They are reciting and remembering.
Clout, Offset, featuring Cardi B. And the racks
do
anything
in the middle, for clout.
Do anything for clout. But that's rap performance.
That's a good song.
And then they gave the best rap song performance to Higher with Nipsey and John Legend on DJ Khaled.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you got to do that by default.
The reason I brought that up was because is it fair to say I'm not trying to offend nobody, but they took those trophies because Nipsey passed.
Absolutely.
That's the truth. Let's be real about it.
Yeah,
let's keep it a stat.
Because Racks in the Middle shouldn't won.
I don't even know what that is.
Based off those nominations.
The London Best Rap Song Performance.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
That's
I'm feeling that as a nod.
Panini with Lil Nas X.
I never heard it.
Nobody knows that song.
I only know his one song.
He will always be Old
You cannot do no more.
That sucks that he boxed himself in there, but to me,
he got a diamond record, right? It went diamond.
Yeah. I think it went 11 times.
Yeah, so he got.
Don't nobody know no Panini.
Drip Too Hard, Little Baby Gunna. I could
shout out.
That was a bop.
I like that. I'm feeling that.
And Ballin' by Roddy Ricch. But that was kind of like the summer.
Balling.
Yeah, exactly. But and then best rap song, a lot. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
a lot. 21 Savage and J.
They
Cole.
both deserved it.
I'm not mad. But then you got Rats again. Suge got nominated. Gold Roses. I would have been happy with that too.
Gold Roses.
Ross and that was a crazy song, man.
I wouldn't have been mad at Suge.
That was a song, like just a great song, like you know what I mean.
I think that's a little too. That's too rappy.
Yeah,
they
were talking too much.
Like that's a rap song.
That's what I meant by saying like that was well put together. Like they were rapping.
That's a rap song.
And it's still catchy. It's still.
That's a rap song.
You can still listen to that shit on EP and not.
That was Nipsey Hussle inspired though. They both said.
Best rap album, Igor by Tyler the Creator.
Hold on.
Before we get into that, I want to acknowledge Tyler the Creator's speech.
I was about to say. I'm gonna let you take that, but that was a hell of a speech.
I want to acknowledge the speech. I feel the exact same way. Of course, I'm not nowhere near that tier of artist or rapper or whatever. Nowhere near that level, but I feel him 100%. I'm pretty sure, and I'm speculating, of course, but I'm pretty sure when Tyler the Creator built that album, he constructed that album, he won't put together a rap album.
It's not a rap album.
No, it's not a rap album.
But here's the thing. Don't you have to put in your nominations, like don't you have to put in your consideration to be nominated in a category?
I have no idea how that
I'm
process
almost
works.
positive.
I don't know.
No, yes, I'm sure you're
like an accept or decline type thing, like they nominate you.
You have to submit your song to be selected for a nomination spot for the Grammys. Now,
I feel like they come up with that shit.
I don't know. But I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Every time the Grammys come around, like I said, I ain't watched it in years, but when I do hear about it, I be scratching my head every time. Like, how
decided these nominations?
Like, who even coming up with this stuff?
I'm not taking anything from the album. It was a great album. You know what I mean? It was a great album. It just wasn't a rap album.
It beat out The Lost Boy, YB and Cordae. That was a good album.
That was a good album. It wasn't my type of music. Like I honestly ain't gonna wear. I took that Jane off my Apple Music. I gave it a once over. I listened again. The thing that caught my attention was he got a song with Anderson .Paak up there.
Yeah, and it was about
crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Do you see him perform that live on like Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah,
but the chemistry with them on stage,
crazy.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
They were having fucking fun.
I listened to it again for a second time through. Get this.
I only listened to it like once or twice, but it was a good.
It was a good album. I ain't knocking it or slighting it in no type of way.
Championships though, like Igor. How was Igor more of a rap album than Championships?
I like Championships. I still listen to that.
I wasn't like.
I think they need to release the board of people who decides these things. At least be able to make more sense if we know the type of minds that's putting forth the thought and putting forth the effort into coming up with these nominations and the categories and everything. Like, who is the brains behind this?
I'm pretty sure you got.
Because even when it comes to like, let's just use the NBA, right? We know those votes come from players, coaches, stuff like that.
Fan votes, player votes.
We know who that's coming from. Yeah. And I'm just using that as one example, but at least we know these is basketball minds who is voting on basketball.
Yeah.
And all them type of superlatives, so we don't know who these people is.
It's too complex.
We done had 62 Grammys. Don't know nothing about these people.
And then Michelle Obama for the spoken word album. She took
Shout out
on the
to the
Grammy.
First Lady.
Yeah, no.
I ain't really know.
I'm a real spoken word artist, but with all due respect to her, and I ain't gonna say nothing about the First Lady. I don't know if I say formal or whatever, but not to say nothing to slight or disrespect or discredit Miss Obama, but you shouldn't have won.
I feel like you should give it to a real spoken word artist.
You shouldn't have won.
Like they should get that. Francisco.
You should get that like as a real poet. Like
I don't know what the criteria is.
You shouldn't have won. And I can talk that talk.
Hey man, you can
if Michelle Obama stand on stage with me,
you got something for it. You got something for it.
Michelle, stop playing with me.
You gonna
and I ain't even saying me, because I was like I said, ain't on that tier, ain't in that bracket, ain't nowhere near there. But I know what spoken word is, man. That ain't it.
I ain't listen to it. I thought it was a book. I thought it was a book that she had out. That's what I was.
That jump whack.
We forgot. Gary Clark Jr. Best rock album.
Whoever that is.
Best rock album. He deserved that. He deserved that for sure.
That's and he got best blues album.
I'm a fan. And he took on the best blues album.
Right. And he
white or black.
He black. He black soul singer.
He's very soulful. Yeah,
blues man.
Sure.
You like Gary Clark, man. I'm surprised you don't know. You don't know.
Never heard.
His fan base is definitely majority.
What about Muddy Waters? What Muddy Waters? Muddy up there way?
You trying to
He ain't got nothing.
Muddy Waters is the goddamn GOAT.
He ain't got nothing.
Billie Eilish's producer got the producer of the year too. So they took home.
Let's talk about that. What producers had like a good year last year?
Boy Wonder.
Oh, best music film. Shout out Beyonce, Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Beyonce with the best.
And
I had no idea they even had all these different categories. Music, film.
They got comedy. Dave Chappelle took home the best comedy album.
I ain't know the Grammys had all that.
It's 84 total Grammys they give out, bro.
I ain't know that.
Did you imagine sitting through that shit? I don't know, man.
I ain't know that.
I ain't going out.
I ain't doing like nominating.
Let me
for
know
a Grammy.
when it's the ones that's gonna be on TV, and I'll sit through that portion of it. But once the camera stop rolling, I'm out.
I'm like,
nah, man, I take all the Grammys.
Big shouts to Coffee though, best reggae album for the
whoever
Rapture.
that is.
Rapture EP, man. You don't listen to reggae.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Coffee. That's a man or a woman.
A woman.
Yeah, and shout out to Coffee Brown too, from Compton.
Hey,
shout out to Coffee Brown.
Hey, you need to watch Giichi and No Red, man. It's a good battle. Wait the fuck. I'm gonna throw some water at this.
Shut up, nigga.
If you just bought the damn app, you can watch the damn battles.
Hey, let me get the app on your card, Crop.
You just
Let
watch
me get the URL.
I ain't got monies like that, Nettie. Come on, man. Stop playing me, man.
I think the Grammys though, for real, like on some junk, like we need to know what's the criteria for all of this.
That's what it boils
Because
down
it's
to,
like
all
every
this shit,
single
man.
year.
They get
folks
more
are,
abstract. They get
it
crazy.
seems like it's just like we just don't know where it's coming from. We don't know who or what it's saying and why. We just don't know.
You remember when Iggy Azalea not Iggy Azalea, goddamn Macklemore got best rap album over.
Yeah. What the hell is that, man?
He had that thrift shop song.
Yeah.
And he had the James with the singing.
That's pop though.
See,
like that should
hold
have
a
been.
song.
Yeah,
I feel like that should have been the pop.
Go back.
Yeah.
This is the moment. Tonight is the night. So we put our hands up. Like, yeah.
He said, let me get my 15 seconds.
I like that song. I like that jank.
Don't let him fool you. He just stopped.
Hey, I like that jank. But comparatively,
you know what I mean? So it's like you can't really.
when it comes to just like the hip hop and the rapping type tip, or even R&B, I can always think of like 10 different artists who is more deserving or just as deserving as the people who get nominated and the people who won.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. Of course, it's a good thing that these artists who are winning is winning. Like that's fucking important. Like it's an accolade. Artists strive for it regardless of what.
Yeah, I mean it's still the Grammys. Not taking nothing away from them.
It's not set up fair. I mean, it's not.
It's
not an objective, fair, honest playing field.
It's like who's the most famous, not the most deserving in a lot of like aspects.
Like I'm not taking nothing from this young lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she's a megastar. She's a megastar.
But outside of that one song, I ain't heard. I've not seen no snippets of
If Billie Eilish,
I'm not heard nothing.
If Billie Eilish came and knocked on this door right now,
you wouldn't know.
I would know who she is. How you doing, ma'am? You lost? I think
you know her because
you delivering something.
Her face is all over like.
You wouldn't know she was a star the way she dresses. You'd be.
I wouldn't know who she is.
She look like a little.
The ironic thing about it though, it's like to everybody, and rightfully so. The Grammys is like the pinnacle of awards that you want.
I want a Grammy.
Like if you were active, you want to win an Oscar. If you in music, you want to win a Grammy. But it's still like you said, it's too abstract, it's too watered down, and everything is just so diluted and convoluted that we don't even really. Like, but what do it really mean now? What do the Grammys really mean now?
What it was.
Yeah. What do it mean now?
Yeah.
It's still fucking great.
And especially
in the same.
It's kind of like the Pro Bowl game.
It's still.
Like, what do it mean now? Like, who cares? As far as legacy, like we was talking about, legacy, resume. Yeah, I got this amount of Grammys, I got that amount of Grammys. And especially because, like I said, whatever genre you in, all the GOATs and the greats, all your predecessors, they got a bunch on. Yeah. So it's like, dang, to submit myself, I need to get some of these too. I need to be there.
Yes. What artist would you consider a phenomenal retired rapper that doesn't have a Grammy? Or not even a retired rapper? You mean?
All the GOATs.
Just the OG.
All the GOATs got Grammys.
Everyone has multiple.
Like all the people, I ain't gonna say all, but most of the people that you'll throw in there.
Like when you're naming that top list, those undisputed Grammys.
got one, Jay's got one.
Well, at least they got a few nods, at least to say, yeah, I was nominated for XYZ amount of time.
He's Grammy nominated.
Kanye got a bunch.
It's important, you know what I mean?
Kanye
it's just the process.
Get a Grammy.
Kanye got a bunch.
Kanye shut the Grammys down.
And I think Kanye, the year that he won for Gold Digger, didn't he win for Gold Digger?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody else should have beat him out this year. So it's sometimes they get it right. Most of the time they don't.
Yeah.
Most of the time they don't. But hip hop was in a whole different place at that time anyway.
Now hip hop's bigger than rock ever was. You know what I mean? Hip hop is the biggest. It's the culture. It's like the world kind of in a sense right now.
I got 21 Grammys.
So
68 nominations.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. When you talk about the Grammys itself and what it meant compared to what it mean now, I think it's completely different. And to what you said, Croc, hip hop at one point was a lot more concentrated. So that's why I feel like certain people got certain light and certain nominations.
Pop now.
That's exactly what it is. Let's call it hip hop, not hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop.
Hip hop, like,
bro.
Straight like that though, like hip hop.
It's a bunch of categories within a category.
That's
really,
exactly
that they
what
just
it
call hip hop. Like
you got all these different subgenres, all these different type of sounds. Half of the rappers now ain't even rapping.
Yeah, it's like turn up music.
They ain't even rapping no more.
Yeah, auto just making punk music and they making sad boy music. Or they're making
it's like emo rap, emo druggy rap.
That's
it's like really the wave in a sense. I think it's kind of going to die out. I don't think it's going to live as long, or at least let me say the rappers that like take that lane and blow up in it, they do not last, man. They do not last.
That's a fact.
They don't.
But that's because they individuals.
Like J. Cole said, your fucking fan base grows up and they're like, that shit's whack. Or
the craziest thing though, when you really think about it, and that I think caused a great deal of bewilderment for everybody. You got to think about what is going to be the next phase of hip hop. Because every few years or so, it cycles. Right now, we in this mumble rap, emo type of rap. Yeah, that's what we in right now. What's going to be after this? Because I think everything else had happened.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of the freshest and most original subgenres of music, what we in now. I hate it.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
I hate it. Do you hear me? I hate it.
I definitely don't want to see it lose like it's kind of like rough boom bappy sound at all. Like I know it's already shifted away from that, but I don't want it to become too electronical, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
They do make sense.
Like I don't want to lose like what hip hop is to me, which is a fucking fire ass beat
fundamental
with some
rapping.
bars laid over it. You know what I mean?
Making good rap music with good rap beats and rapping. I ain't even gonna say rapping good.
Yeah, just rapping.
You ain't even gotta be a good rapper. And that's one thing that the history of hip hop has taught us, right? You ain't gotta be a good rapper to be a successful rapper. You ain't gotta be a good rapper to make good rap music. You ain't gotta be a good rapper.
Different things.
But if you can do both, if you can make good rap music
and
rap good,
a lot of niggas can't do
you
that.
special for that. And typically, those be the ones who got the longest lasting careers and leave the biggest impact on the culture.
Yeah, the ability to change in a consistent manner, if that does not contradict itself. But you know what I mean? Like consistency on the delivery, I guess you could say. But as an artist, any artist, to be able to constantly, successfully reinvent yourself.
You gotta be able to transcend the era. You gotta be able to transcend the era.
Like,
and to that point, Crop, being able to transcend is so hard right now for all the real hip hop rappers, like for the real rap rappers, because you don't want to make this type of music.
Yeah, you're like
you don't. You I ain't gonna say you can't. You probably can, but that ain't what you want to do. Like, so maybe, and I'm just spitballing this. Maybe hip hop is gonna go back to more real hip hop. Like when this, because imminently this phase of hip hop is gonna be over at some point.
It's gonna be done.
This gonna be it.
Like,
so maybe it'll go back to some real.
Like
shit.
you remember, like when gangster music was hitting, like kind of like Waka Flocka, Jeezy, Gucci Mane, like that was like hip hop for a little bit. You know, trap music. Like now it's like people are still making trap music. I still fuck with it, but it's not. Didn't have the longevity for me.
It ain't at the forefront no more.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It ain't at the forefront.
It's not the leading subgenre of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it is gonna get back to real lyricism soon, you know what I mean? Maybe not.
Hopefully.
Like, yeah,
hopefully.
ideally.
I hope it's
I mean,
one thing for certain, two things for sure. I don't know what new subgenre of hip hop can possibly. Everything that's been done. We've been through the snap rap phase. Yeah. We've been through the boom bap phase. We've been through the rapidy rap phase. We've been through the trap phase. The
drug user.
We've been through all that. We've been through all that. So what's next? I think it's gonna have to cycle back around.
Yeah, man. It's all
to something
circle.
else.
You know what I mean?
So let's hope we get back to some real hip hop.
Real standard of like. You gotta be able to rap.
That real
gotta have some bars, man.
You gotta be able to make good music, but you also gotta be able to rap good. Like the whole time.
You know what? I'm finna do it myself.
Oh, you finna drop?
I'm finna do it myself.
You get another pro blast?
I'm finna do it I said, hey, yo.